Now we will be moving on to the next run, which will be Advent Dark Force Hell Mode. Should be fun times ahead. So I'll go ahead and change over to Aaron's stream audio and see you there. Okay, we should now be live and ready for another go. The
You're
next
capturing
run.
my audio through Discord, right?
Oh, are you not? Are you not streaming Discord at all? Are you only streaming game audio? I can change it to capture me and you.
Right now I have it set up so...
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do it this way then. Let me just turn myself down a bit because your stream audio is not that high. Yeah, I've got to max out and still not that high. Boost it a bit, I guess. Okay. Hopefully that balancing is alright. They can let us know if they minimize properly or not. And if we drown out if we go over the game audio properly or not. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, speak again now.
Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I guess things should be okay. We're not having any audible complaints anyway, so go ahead and introduce your run and then give me a countdown.
So hello everyone, I'm Aaron. Gonna be doing ADF Hell Mode new game. The only DLC I have installed is the difficulty DLC, of course, because Hell is a DLC difficulty, so it's free on the PS Store. Pick it up. But yeah, for those who don't know, on Hell Mode enemies have 50% extra HP, all their stats are increased by 40%, and they have new attacks. So yeah, we're doing English voices, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a countdown now.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you. So Hell Mode is an interesting experience because it's a mix of a lot of grinding to survive the stat checks and a lot of random one-shots as well by pretty much everything in the game. This is especially noticeable once we get further into the game. Even FL1 can already one-shot us. So yeah. So for the jail fights, I'm gonna move backwards and then turn around to lure the guards together. And then use shooting slash. So I can kill both of them that way, and I need to, because I need to save SP. I don't really need a single attack because Fang's faster than the enemies. So I'm gonna open this door. Doors have a very long animation in this game, and they have an invisible wall until they're fully open. So while that door is opening, I'm gonna collect the other key right here. Gonna do the same strat. Like I said, this time I chose Fireball, which is okay. Shouldn't really matter too much. In the end, the lower HP I have, the easier it is to get one-shotted by Apollonius later on. Because that fight is unwinnable. So you can either die or stall. And if you die, it's slightly faster. Okay, so this fight has 3 guards. I'm just gonna defend twice to get them all together. Okay. And I have all the keys I need. Gone. Open the door. In the meantime, I'll pick out these 2 items. Just want the potion for later on. But this is an unwinnable fight. He has 800 damage. Okay, that's unfortunate. They got separated from each other. So it's gonna take an extra turn. It's not too big of a deal. So movement wise, I'm just gonna spam dashes throughout the entire game. Because it's a faster way to move around, although it's a bit tricky to control sometimes. I don't really have to do anything extra in this dungeon, so I'm just gonna go ahead to the event marker. And this enemy can die in like 2 to 4 skills depending on how bad the ranges are. I'm just gonna attack him from behind to make sure all this doesn't take long. Okay, we are introduced to Gold Revival. So we're gonna get this fairy. It has a pretty bad effect, which is minus 10% EXP. But basically every other fairy fight is too strong for us to handle right now. So we don't really want to YOLO that. I should be able to finish the fight with Tempest. So that's the first fairy of the run. I'm not really going to use that much. I'm gonna stab it to unlock dungeons and then I'm just going to unstab it so I get regular EXP. And here's the first farm, here's the first grind of the run. 3 minutes in. I need some extra EXP and weapon points the next few dungeons. So I'm gonna spend like 5 minutes here. Our final goal is to get Tiara and Fang to level 7. And get them a few stat increases. But yeah, this one is a lot more slow paced than regular any percent where you just fly through the game. So I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna do one more visit. Then I'm gonna do a small menu outside. And keep grinding a bit until tier is 6. I thought it was 7 but now it's 6. And then we're gonna fight Ethel, who still can one-shot us. Once she goes under half HP and starts pulling out her good skill. If you get back attacked by one of these encounters, you also have a decent chance of dying. Because this enemy actually hurt a lot. If they actually hit. But yeah, kind of a small menu here. Get Holy Age so I can get what's called Flame Assault later on, because one of the requirements to unlock Flame Assault, which is one of Fang's best skills, can be unlocked really early on the run, is to get Holy Edge. So yeah, some more grinding to get 2 more levels with Tiara. And then we're going to proceed forward. This is the first of a bunch of grinding segments that the run has. Now that's fun. That was actually very lucky. And I got the range as well. But yeah, as you can see, enemies do a ton of damage at this difficulty. So the grinding is necessary. It's just a necessary evil in order to actually be able to progress the game. This is fast, just 102, she's 102 XP away, which is like 5 more visits. We shouldn't take too long as I stop getting back. By the way, is my audio fine? Can you guys hear me and the game audio properly? Okay, nice. It's at that low. I can fix that. Should be better now. Got a stick flicks there. Yeah, early on I kinda want to not miss any XP with Fang and Tiara. Because they need specific set of skills later on. Because she's 6 XP away, so that's fine. 2 more mobs. Although one should be now. I just want to make save any XP. Because if I remember correctly, if I don't do this extra mob fight, she won't have enough weapon points to do the menu. Alright, we are done with grinding. With the first of many grindings of the run. So let's try our luck against Ethel. So I said the strat for Ethel is rather simple really. I'm just gonna spam skills with Fang from behind her to get the extra damage. And I'm gonna have Tiara be bait and heal herself with potions every turn. The problem is that when Ethel goes under half HP, she can use a stronger skill that will one-shot both Tiara and Fang. Because it does a lot of damage. And if that happens, I'm just gonna take the death. Because I can't afford to mix too much EXP and weapon points early on. Because Tiara needs Maelstrom and Geyser Spears for Shikazu's Tower. And Fang also needs a bunch of stuff and a stat boost because he has a lot of 1 versus 1 fights on this run. But let's see how attempt number 1 goes. Okay, I'm gonna have to use the mid potion here, which is a bit earlier than I was actually expected to use. Not a big deal. Okay, I can go for the Tempest one, and it luckily was enough. So that's 1 fight out of the way. So small menu here. Gonna buy some mid potions. Gonna get Flame Assault, and Tiara's gonna get Geyser Spears and equip the armor we just got for her. I'm gonna be saving already, it's not really necessary, because the game has a checkpoint system, where if you touch a save point, or you enter a dungeon, if you die you'll get sent to either the last checkpoint you touched in the dungeon, or the entrance of the dungeon itself. But the game has been crashing on me lately, at a specific point, in like 5 minutes now. I don't really want to risk it. I'm gonna pick up this chest for safety to cherry fire. I don't really have anything else to do in this dungeon, so I'm just gonna rush to event. Touch event marker for save point. For the save point, for the second checkpoint. On the start of the fight. Okay, Tiara got the range where she kills both minions. Which is alright. Doesn't happen all the time, sometimes they just survive. Oh, that's a mistake. I did not want to do that. Actually, I'm just gonna take the death here. I accidentally pressed X too early, which is my fault, but it's okay. I have a checkpoint right next to this fight. I want to keep both of those revival items for the Wanada Queen, if I remember correctly, it was on Kidanar a bit later. Because that boss is a big problem. Ouch, it's a lot of damage. Okay, that should do it. So small menu here. I'll save here as well. Because this is the dungeon where the game kinda likes to die sometimes. And I'm not too sure why. It has something to do with changing leaders and then leaving the dungeon before the game actually changes the leader inside the dungeon itself. So yeah. Okay, so this is an easy fight. I'm gonna pick a chest on the way, because it gives money, a useful accessory that I'm gonna need for the kid and the boss, and a return week, which I'm going to use in like 2 minutes. I'm also gonna pick this up just and get back at that. Yeah. Okay, probably want to die here. That's fine. Like, as long as I don't die after a very long fight, it doesn't waste that much time. But here you can see how brutal this difficulty is, especially when you're under level. So yeah, let's try this again without getting the encounter. So this is an unwinnable fight, but I can't die, otherwise the game counts it as a game over. So I'm just gonna keep healing with Tiara to stall for turns. So we're going back in again real quick, because I need to pick up the chest that was right behind the event marker. So I'm gonna make my way through the dungeon once again. Okay, let's leave. Game, please don't crash on me. Okay, here we have another short grinding segment, which we need for the next boss, which is a very annoying boss and has a lot of HP. So I'm just gonna fight the first zombie like 8 times. The thing about this encounter is it gives 40 something XP, which is kinda nice for this point of the game. And it's basically next to the entrance of the dungeon, so I can leave, heal, and go back in. Because the game gives you free HP and SP whenever you leave a dungeon. He has 3, we have to fight it 5 more times. I'm getting kinda lucky here, because usually I want to use Geyser Spear, hit all 3 enemies, and then have the mobs hit Tiara, so she can Theorize and use her big AoE move. But it's sadly not happening here. They're all going after Fang, by leaving her with 1 point left. Okay, 2 more, and we should be good to proceed ahead. Alright, one more. That should be. That is level 7, and Fang's Fate is level 3. So now we're going to stop by show real quick. An energy crystal and a white Obi. Oops. Now if Tiara still countless, like if have 52 physical defense, and Fang the white Obi, then we just go. I'm gonna say just in case I have to leave this dungeon quickly for some reason or another. So now we're going to dash to the end of the... well... I don't know if I can escape from this. It was an unlucky spawn right now. Okay, that should work. So I'm gonna make my way to the end of the dungeon and then fight the next boss, which is the first major roadblock, hell mode. Those mini robots are dangerous because they can see you even if you're going from behind them. So you can get mean pretty hard. Alright, let's see how this fight goes. I'm gonna use a mid potion here for safety. Okay, it's targeting Fang. It's not good. Okay, now I swapped Tiara, which is what we want. So I'm going to use Tiara as bait, like I did before. And I'm going to use Fang to slowly deal damage. So I turn around again. Should be fine. Oh, that was a low roll. So I'm gonna have to use some extra shards, but that's alright. Because I picked them up for a reason. Oh, that's a grill. We barely won, but we won. Which is what counts. So. I'm not gonna complain about it. So we're gonna get Borderline with Fang here because we need it for a fight in a bit. Gonna give Harley some skills. And we're gonna move them all the way back. And we're going back to get another Fairy. This time we're gonna get the XP plus 30% Fairy, which I couldn't get earlier. Just this one right here. But that's wrong. They almost killed Fang turn 1. That can happen. It's not that uncommon, sadly. But now that that's done, we are going back to grind. This time with plus 30% EXP. And slightly faster since we now have 3 party members instead of 2. We're going to do 7 fights here. Another reason why we need EXP is to increase the level of fairies, because the range of the fairies when they are stabbed in the minimap becomes bigger the higher the level they are. And on late game we're gonna have to unlock dungeons with like 6 or 7 fairies at the same time, so leveling them up makes our life a lot easier. I didn't hit that last zombie with Kaiser's spear, but I should, or no. Tiara couldn't fair. That's okay. Just gonna take an extra turn. So that should be 4, so 3 more. Okay, one more and we should be good to go. Because Fang didn't miss any XP, so theoretically this fight should get him to level 8. Fang has a bunch of fights solo and should get his tower down. So he does need it, yeah, he's level 8. These enemies also drop Purifying Dash, which we are going to sell to get some extra items. Return Wing and Refresher Course. I'm gonna synthesize 2 energy crystal. Okay, so one more menu here. I'll do it slowly because I really don't want to mess this up. Gonna go out and go in of the pub, so the game saves the menu changes. I'm gonna save just in case the game decides to randomly crash or something. So yeah, Shukeso's tower. This place is an absolute pain. It's basically 5 fights in a row, where if you die at the end, you are sent back all the way at the beginning. So yeah, not fun. And the best thing is that the last boss on this place can randomly one-shot Fang, because it's a 1v1. And there's not really much you can do about it, sadly. Okay, luckily Tiara didn't get confused, but she's the main damage dealer in this fight. And I don't really want her to get confused, because it makes the fight drag on for forever. Okay, Harley got confused, that's okay. Okay, so he's gonna use Crystal himself. I also need to heal him, because after this fight he's on his own. But we get a menu first at least, I guess. So we're going to increase his attack by 1 and we're gonna give him the steel gauntlets that Tiara had earlier on. So this boss is not too bad unless he starts spamming crits. Well, that's some actually decently high damage. Yeah, that hurts. Need to use one more shard. Because now we have 3 small enemies that are kinda annoying because they drain your SP and they also deal a bunch of damage. They can either deal 0 damage when they use the SP stealing skill, or they can do a decent amount of damage. So if you have 300 SP, you can one-shot them 2 bone lanes. So this fight is a mandatory loss. And this is the annoying boss that can randomly one-shot fight. So the strategy here is to spam Flame Assault and just hope for the best, really. Not much else you can do. That's kinda how the game goes. Ouch. I know it's a shell. I usually finish it out with combos. Ah yeah, I'm not really gonna risk it here. Alright, so now it's another grinding segment where we are going to get a decent amount of money. And healing items, which we also need. So we're gonna go into Shukeso's tower, and we're gonna make our way to floor 3. We're going to fight the same enemies that we fought just now. But the reason why we farm floor 3 is because every time you complete it, you get like 2000 credits, and you get high potions, which are 1000 credits each. So yeah, they save us a lot of money, and we're also gonna get a lot of money after grinding this. It's a very good grind. Oh, that's a miss. Oh well. Not a big problem. So it's 200 gold, 2 high potions, and a bunch of stuff that we can sell for money. Which is always nice. We're going to be spamming this until everyone gets to level 10. It doesn't take as long as it sounds. It takes like 5.5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes, depending on if the boss decides to cooperate or not. Yeah, he's not cooperating. Oh well. But that just means I have to do an extra fight, which is okay. I still get money, so not really a big problem. So ideally, after Fang hits this Flame Assault, next turn he will target Harley instead of Fang. But it's not doing it for some reason. I guess it's not in the middle or something. So you can Burning Assault from behind with Serious Face, which is a passive skill that makes Fang's abilities cost more SP, but they also deal more damage. So they come in pretty handy when you're trying to burst a boss down, or trying to skip a certain HP threshold. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. It deals a ton of damage, as you can see, and saves a couple of turns, if it goes well. This game also has a weird mechanic where if you use a skill that has knockback, if it's a single target skill, the enemy will face whoever used that skill, so you can use that to manipulate where they are going to look to fish for easy back attacks. And if you use an AoE skill, like the Aras Kaiser Spear that also has, The enemies will get pushed, but they will look at the center of the AoE area. So that's some useful game knowledge that comes handy for this kind of stuff. So you can see I use Geyser's hardly single target skill and it turned around. And this is basically what I'm going to do for the next 2 minutes, I think. Shouldn't take that long. Especially if Fan can get all black dance. Okay, 333 XP, that's like 3 more fights, because each fight, if I remember correctly, gives 120 XP. After this grind, I'll also have maxed out copper materials, which I can use to synthesize armor that I'm going to sell for money. To hopefully solve my money issues for the next half an hour of the run or so. Or most of the run, if it goes well enough. Okay, one more fight and we are done here. Okay, everyone should be level 10. So now I have a somewhat long shopping segment. I'm going to synthesize bronze breastplates. And I'm going to sell them for 400 each. And I'm also going to sell all these antidotes and stuff that I don't really need. To buy more energy shards, synthesize energy crystals, which are a lot better. Synthesize more bronze breastplates and then sell them. And I'm going to repeat this process for a while. Until I run out of materials to make bronze breastplates, basically. Okay, so one more stack and we're done. And now I'm maxed out on basically one of the best SP restoring items that you can get at this point of the game, which are 1800 gold each. So yeah, I'm gonna buy a bunch of this, and just in case I'm gonna buy 5 revival items. Okay, and we shall be good to get into the next segment of the run, where Fang has a solo fight against Galdo, and then we have the fight against Senke 1. But before that we have 3 or 4 fights against random mobs that should end somewhat quickly by spamming flame assaults from behind and fair ice with his bonus stats. And we are also investing weapon points on making that stat boost from fair icing stronger. I use an energy crystal here because I'm running out of speed. This is the last enemy, which is rather tanky and also deals a decent amount of damage. But I should have enough SP to finish it off. Yeah, barely. So now Fang and Harley leave the party, but Tiara gets separated if I remember correctly, I don't remember a lot of the game. So she's alone. And if we get an encounter, we die. So I'm hopefully not gonna get any encounter until I make my way to the save point. And once we touch the event point, right next to it, we get our party members back. So here's the 1v1 against Galdo. And he's trying to attack. Sometimes when he's low HP, he will heal himself instead of trying to attack. And can make the fight a skill longer, I should say. So now that since the other party members left and rejoined just now, they don't have anything on them. So we have to re-equip them. And this is saying K1. Rather annoying boss fight. I don't really like. So the whole idea here is that we want to... Oh god, yes man. We want to get him as close as possible to 1 HP bar and then burst him down before he can do anything else. Because once he's under half, he will pull off a decently strong AoE move that I hopefully won't see. Okay, he gets a turn, he triggers a mid-fight event where he starts charging the strong attack. Oh, I have no speed, yes, but one sword attack managed to finish him off somehow. Kinda lucky, but I'm not going to complain. So we get now a new party member, which is Galdo. I'm gonna do a menu here. And we're going to remove Harry for the party. So in this menu, I gave Tiara some extra stats, I gave Galdo some extra stats and skills. And I also gave Hardy and Galdo a passive ability called Learning, which costs 100 weapon points and allows them to get EXP outside of battles, which is very nice, because I don't want them super under level, as I'll need them later on. And I gave Fang Super Serious Phase, which is an upgrade to his passive skill, Serious Phase, so it deals more damage. Also, I removed Harley from the party because for some weird reason, if you have less party members, the game gives you more turns, kinda to compensate. So we're going to abuse them to give Fang as many turns as possible. In this fight I'm going to activate Tiara's passive skill, which is called Barrier. It's an active skill, which, as the name says, is a barrier that allows her to take less damage from skills. And I'm going to use her as bait for Ethel, while Fang is attacking from behind, and hopefully he'll hit something to build tension, but he's not doing it. Which is not too good, as this fight is gonna take longer than it should. Okay, finally hit a decent one. He's almost there. Okay. Yeah, and once Ethel is under 1 bar, she can start pulling that nuke. So I'm gonna revive Tiara and give her heals again. Gonna fearless with Fang, activate Serious Phase, and I'm gonna go for a burning strike. We should do a very decent amount of damage. Or no, because he doesn't have a speed, so I'm gonna use a shadow. Oh, that's rough. Gonna heal Tiara, because she's gonna... Oh, she got nuked again. I'm just gonna take the loss here. I don't really want to waste that many items. I put Caldo and Tiara too close together, so they both got nuked simultaneously. But hopefully Fang will hit more stuff now. As you can see, on only one skill he already built enough tension to pair that. Which is way better than he did before. Okay, I'm gonna use Caldo to give Fang Magic Crystal and go for the Burning Star. If another one, I'm gonna go for a second Burning Star to finish the battle. So I don't want to deal with AoE shenanigans. We have Force Fight here as the start. We have 3 guards. So we're just going to spam AoEs. For the most part, except Fang, who has a very strong single target. So I don't really need to heal, because at the end of the dungeon there's an unwinnable fight. And after the unwinnable fight you get the actual boss fight, and the game will heal you. So I don't have to waste time going back, or wasting healing items, so to speak. Which is nice. I didn't have to pick up that item, but oh well. I'll touch the save point just in case some memes happen. Which is a common thing on this category. Okay, so now Sherman joins the party. So we're going to give him some stat boost, and new skills. He also needs learning. And I'm gonna use him to start leveling Tiara's future fairy, maybe. So Sherman has a passive called Justice, which is basically the same thing as Fang's passive, but with a different name. So I'm just gonna turn it on and just attack with both of them. I'll have in Tiara and Galdo here. Well, I don't really need Galdo in this fight, that's okay. So I kill Apollonius and use a return wing and leave the dungeon, and then we get a bunch of cutscenes here. Now Sherman is going to leave the party. Now we get some money. And we go to call the revival again, because we need more fairies to boost our stats and nerf the enemy's stats on dungeon. Wait, hold on now. This is a bit early. I need to get through this dungeon, which is Subterranean Tower, which is a very long dungeon with narrow corridors, so you can get encounters very easily. And once we are done with this dungeon and go back to the inn, Sherman will rejoin the party again. And then we'll go to call the revival again and get some more fairies that we're going to use in the future. This part over here is a big problem in the hell mode, so you can get an encounter really easily, take a lot of damage. But for some reason, whenever you dash next to an enemy, sometimes they get like kinda stunned. Not really sure why, but it works. And it saves a bunch of trouble in this part. So that enemy that has a yellow icon instead of a regular orange icon is an inactive enemy. Those enemies will not chase you, even if you go past them. Like when you walk right next to the faces. They will not chase you, but if you run into them, they'll still give you an encounter. And their positions change from the first half of the game to the second half. This is another inactive enemy, but he's in the way. So at the end of this dungeon, you have another unwinnable fight. This game has a lot of those. Well, that was almost bad. I have another unwinnable fight, and then we're gonna leave the dungeon. So Sherman joined back, watch a bunch of cutscenes here. We are introduced to side quests that we are not going to do. We have one more menu here. I'm going to remove these two. I'm gonna give the rest some fairies to start leveling them. I'm gonna teach learning and secret heart to Pippin. Secret heart basically raises accuracy and crit rate by a slightly bit when he's the leader of the party, which I'm going to use in the final dungeon of the game. So I'm gonna do go descending in this run, even if you see me take out the fairies from the battle god. As long as I don't take out more than, I think it was 6 or 7 before the first reset, I'll still get the goddess route. So that's what I'm going to do because there's a bunch of useful fairies in this side of the Holy Revival. You'll get scolded by Tiara and Erin the first time you do this. So a cutscene's gonna pop up now, where they get mad at you. This fight is usually kinda rough because there's a lot of enemy mobs and some of them are very bad. I'm gonna use Borderline with Fang to hit all the small mobs and hopefully kill them next turn before they kill me. Which is kinda what we are going to do here. Just going to try and finish off enemies before they kill party. But those enemies are kinda strong. Oh, he survived with 1 HP, that's wrong. Okay, probably worked out in the end. Okay, so now Tiara gets Maelstrom. And now we don't need Sherman anymore. We're going to get water support with Navy, which is gonna be the fairy we're gonna give Tiara from now on. So Maelstrom is an AoE magic spell that hits every single enemy in the battlefield. And for some reason, if you use Maelstrom when facing backwards from the enemies, you will do bonus damage as if you were hitting the enemies from behind. Which doesn't really make much sense. But it's free damage basically, at the cost of moving your stick backwards. Okay, so now we go to the goddess. Then get the damage times to Fairy, which makes both enemies and allies do twice the amount of damage. Like one more, and we're done with this. This one's pretty easy though. Oops. I used the wrong thing, that's fine. Oh, I got confused. That's kinda annoying. You wasted a few turns. Okay, we are done with Goldie Revival for now, although we're gonna have to come back here later. So I'm gonna give Tiara Sylph, because Sylph has Learning as its passive skill, and she really needs the XP for the second half of the game. Because if not, she'll end up in the second timeline with like level 12 or 13 if I remember correctly, which you don't really want to see when you have two characters in your party. I'm gonna sell all the costumes that I got randomly. And the bath towels that sell for 5,000 each. And restock on mid potions, max potions. Buy a white robe. And since I have a bit of extra money, I'm going to get a few of these and a few of these. Because this game loves to randomly one-shot people. Okay, so we're gonna unlock the next dungeon with these 4 fairies, including the damage times 2 one. Well, no, not that one. But the EXP one. Okay, should be good. Yeah, Fairy Fencer it's a decent game for an idea factory in combat. Just make sure that you buy the Advent Dark Force version and not the original. Because Advent Dark Force is basically a better version of the original. It also has new endings and stuff. Okay, that's a bad first turn because everyone got here. Yeah, this is Advent Dark Force. So I'm just going to heal whoever gets hit, really. Using Pippin for the most part because his damage is the lowest among all 3 of these. Good enough. Good night, Endeavor. Thanks for the good luck. Okay, so I have 2 more mini bosses. Well, and then I have another mini boss and the actual boss of the dungeon, which is Werner and his axe. Because he has a ton of AoEs and his strong AoE one-shots your party, which is always fun. Yeah, if you want to play this game, don't play it on Switch. The port's kinda laggy. You don't really care about it, then go ahead. I recommend playing PC or PS4 if you can help me. Okay, so this mini-boss basically has the exact same strat, nothing really changes here. The problem is the boss that is right after this one. I need to carry on to the next fight with as much HP as possible. And SP as well, I suppose. Well, SP is not that big of a deal. As long as you can survive the first turns. Okay, he did a single target attack, which is actually pretty sick. Sure. Crystal for Fang. To restore his speed, man. Can I attack with Sherman and then use Pippin to heal? Okay, that's gonna trigger his mid-fight cutscene. Oh, he AoE'd instantly. That's unfortunate. He got a double turn, which he doesn't usually get. Yeah, you can see what happens when he does. So his nuke hits everyone in front of him. Unluckily, Sherman wasn't behind him. Oh, yeah, that's Werner one. I'm gonna leave. Because I got teleported to another dungeon. And I'm gonna restart the phase. So I got all the bonus stats. Let me make sure of something real quick. TR60. Yeah, she's getting XP. I don't really want to mess that up. Because as I mentioned earlier, if she's gonna go into the second half of the game, like level 12, if she doesn't have learning at that point, then I'm gonna have to run way around. Are you serious? Well, that's unfortunate. As soon as I went the other way, he turned and I started blocking the other path. Okay, this is the last boss fight of the first half of the game. But wow, that was a big crit. I've never had him one-shot Fang here before. I'm using a ton of items, but it's not really that big of a deal because worst case scenario I can go back to Shukeso's tower and do some extra grinding if I really need. And it will take a lot less time because we are like almost twice the level than we were when we were doing the grind. I think she's gonna nuke and... Oh, she went for Sherman instead. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna try and save the crystals. So I really want to use those. And finish the fight with Shiresuke. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna save here. Just in case the game decides to crash. Cause it's been scaring me lately. After I got 2 crashes in a row, like 2 weeks ago. Money chest for safety. Same thing with that directional conventional clock. This whole lot of money. You don't really need them. Marathon saves and all that. So we're back here again, and we're gonna fight the same enemy, but again. And this time he's stronger. And he can also one-shot Fang, which is super funny. Because it's like a super random mob that you fight in every dungeon. And it suddenly one-shots your only character. Okay, so we're going back into Krabissen. So I'm gonna leave, do the menu, and then re-enter. Because if not, if I do the menu, then die and get sent to the beginning of the dungeon again, I'm gonna have to do the menu all over again. Because it won't be safe. Okay, we're good now. No grinding here this time. The long grinding session comes in the next dungeon. Because for the next 3 dungeons we have a series of fights which are very annoying. 2 of them are Fang only, and the other one has both Fang and Tiara, but it's against 2 bosses that can one-shot either of them at any time. They have a move that deals around 1400 damage, but then sometimes they just randomly put a nuke that deals like almost 3k damage. So you're gonna need a bunch of levels and a stat boost to survive the stat check. So here, the stat is basically the same, but this time she's tanky, and Fang has better skill. But the rest is pretty much the same thing. And she can also start nuking later on in time. Which is something to keep in mind. Wow, that's okay. I'm going for the Tempest Swap, I'm assault combo. We're gonna do Goldie Revival again, because we need more Fairy, but this one is a short one. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly swap them out and move them to the back. I'm gonna get this Fairy to get extra EXP. That's a big damage. It was scary. You get healed after every single one of these fights, so. Okay, I go to Pago. We get one last Fairy. And we are done with this Culty Revival mission. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Should be fine. Maybe not. Oh god. Okay, I was kinda scuffed because I accidentally skipped an extra turn with Fang. Okay, so let's go to shop and now we're gonna buy. I'm gonna max out in high potion. Because we are really going to need them now. Well, after this grind is done. Okay, so it's a decently long grinding session. Where I have to fight 48 moves. I'm gonna get backtrack with Fang. I'm just gonna boost Tiara's stat. As you can. Okay, just 1 point defense then. I don't really care that much about damage. Oh, I was taking ahead, yeah, that's. I can do that after the grind. So these enemies are weak to water. And they die from 1 Maelstrom when getting the extra damage turning around with Tiara. Otherwise it's a range. You have level this high now. So that's 2 mobs. I have to kill 48 of them to be done with this grind. Because the grind not only gives Tiara and Fang XP, it's also gonna get their fairies to level 10. And their fairies also get passive skills that boost fire damage and water damage. So this is gonna take like 8 minutes. So if anyone wants to get something to drink, something to eat, that's the perfect time to do it. Oh, that's bad. Tiara's going to die. Or no. Usually when you get a back attack, they go after Tiara and they kill him in 1 turn. And then you either have to finish the fight with Fang or just escape. Or just take the death and respawn at the start of the dungeon, not really big. I guess since I don't really have anything to talk about here, let's talk about a bit about the next boss fight. So next boss fight is a fight where Fang is alone and has to fight a boss and 3 small mobs. The thing is that in Hell mode, since enemies have a new attack, they have an attack where they can randomly deal like 2300 damage to Fang. And they all outspeed him, even after all this grinding. So the whole idea is to get Explosion, which is an AoE magic spell, after this grind is done. And then walk as far back as possible, pray that none of the small mobs nuke Fang. Use Explosion twice to kill the small mobs and hit the big mob while staying far away from the actual boss so it doesn't reach Fang in 1 turn. And then do the usual attack once, heal, attack once, heal, until it dies. That's basically a rundown of how the next boss fight is. Then we have a fight I mentioned earlier with Tiara and Fang versus 2 bosses. Then another Fang solo fight, which is very annoying. He's Senkei too. And then after that we get a small period where the boss fights are not that bad, although they can still one-shot you. But then the difficulty curve starts getting very steep towards the late game. And the last few dungeons of the game are horrible, especially the last one. The last one has 3 boss fights and 2 of them are all RNG. So I'm just gonna have to get lucky and hopefully don't get memed. Yeah, since this run has a ton of grinding segments and all that stuff, it's a lot more chill for the most part, at least on the hand, than regular ADF any percent, or you just zooming through the dungeons in the game. But it's over twice as long, so yeah. That's level 10 and that's level 9 missing 4000 EXP, which doesn't take that long to get, so we're almost done with this grind. Yep, more grinding. It's just how it is. When a difficulty increases the enemy HP by 50% and all of the enemy's stats by 40%. Fights that were already stat checks and difficulties like normal or hard are a lot worse in hell. So it's just how it is, really. And also, I take no credit for this route. I did not make this route. This route was made by a Japanese runner, whose name I'm probably gonna butcher, but I'm gonna try anyway. Which is Griote_AT. They made the entire route by themselves, and it's actually pretty good. Like, even how this difficulty is, the route is actually pretty decent. Because those who have played this game at this difficulty casually probably know the pain that is doing this. Okay, shall leave. Okay, should be good. We should be good to go and try our luck. And the next boss fight. I was gonna pick that chest, which is one cherry feather. Survival item, one of the basic ones. Kinda like a life fragment on Neptunia. But the enemy was looking right at it, so I'm just not gonna bother. Okay, let's see how this goes. Normal damage, normal damage. Okay, we have a chance. So I'm gonna be at the edge. Now the boss can't hit me because I'm too far away. Then I'm gonna fair ice my explosion. Finish the bars. And I'm going to fight the big one, which deals a pretty decent amount of damage on some attack. But that's why we have our healing items. So. As long as I'm still fair iced, it should be okay. The problem is when my Fair Ice is about to run out. Okay, I need one more. Give me a good range. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I got a low damage roll there. And then he crit. Thanks. We die. Which is unfortunate. But I didn't want to take too much longer to finish that fight. Because my Fair Ice was about to run out and you're gonna take more damage. Okay, this is rough. 1600 HP. I need to have not crit. She didn't. She's cool. I'm not going to attack on my double tool because I remember getting killed by this guy getting a double tool himself. So whenever I get a double tool, I'm just going to heal instead of attacking. That's a low damage roll right there. Oh, I don't have serious face, that's why. I don't know it, right? Oh, and I ran out of Fair Ice. That's bad. And now I'm gonna take more damage. Oh, that's that's fine. I don't have SP for a Flame Assault. But at least I can Fair Ice. I'm gonna Thrash out. I'm gonna take the double turn this time. Okay, that was enough to get the kill. We take though. One death is actually not bad for a boss. So that's 1 out of 3 memers out of the way for now. Until we get to late game. So I'm gonna give Tiara Navy. Because she left the party, so all her items are reset. The white robe that I bought a while ago. And then I'm gonna swap them around. Because the strat here is to have Fang evade. And hopefully tank the enemies. While Tiara spams my ult. Gonna take this chest for safety. To get some money. I don't remember what this chest was when I'm gonna pick it anyways. Good. I'll touch the save point. To get a checkpoint. Now, the first part of this boss fight is unwinnable. However, the HP you have carries over, so I'm gonna try to do some specific setup with defending and using items to hopefully be able to get to the actual boss fight with max HP, which I did, which is nice. And we got a decent first turn. So now we use my Ostrom and pray that Fang doesn't die. Oh, that's a green. And he ran out of Fair Ice super early, which is terrible. But it's still doable. As long as he doesn't get one shot, he should have enough stats to survive every turn. Oh boy, please don't die. Don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. Oh, you went after Tiara instead. Oh yeah, that's mad. Can always one of my Archangel Feathers. I'm gonna use an early crystal. Okay, they are both still focusing here. Which is a big problem because you really don't want this to happen. You want them to focus Fang instead. But I guess I could try healing them, healing Tiara. Things I'm not gonna be able to do the extra damage thing anymore. Because if I'm facing back, if I'm facing away from them, she's gonna take extra damage. Okay. Actually, no, fuck that. I'm just gonna give her one extra SP item, go for one last milestone and finish the fight. A bit scuffed, but I thought it was first try, and I'm going to save, just in case. Because again, I don't want the game crashing on me. Okay, so Goalie Revival once again. But this is also a short one. I wanna change Fang's Fading to one that also boosts fire damage, but it's better than the base one that we got at the start of the game.
Let's make this interesting.
And we basically do the same thing, the good old Maelstrom spam.
New data. Here we go. My turn. Take you to stop. Next. Are you ready? I'm ready.
And now that we are already on pace for God Descending, I can take out how all the fairies I want from the balcony. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna get one more. Okay, this fight is kinda rough because they are actually very tanky, and you're not gonna be able to kill them before they get to the party members. And it can get a bit scary. Just gonna use explosion and deal as much damage as I can. Because I at least want to kill one of them. A nice miss. Nice high damage from. That's fine. Works for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the shop and buy the first first aid manual, advanced edition. So this thing allows us to synthesize high potions from mid potions. We actually save money from doing that, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Because we need all the money we can take. And I'm also gonna synthesize more energy crystals. I'm gonna get one more of those, and then I'm also going to get 6 of these. I like to keep around 10, because you never know what's going to happen. We throw a bunch of fairies here. As you can see, it gets kinda hard placing them without them overlapping each other, which the game doesn't allow you to. I'll check real quick. Okay, no new again. So we're gonna do a shotgun here. We're gonna fight 14 enemies. The bees die real quick with one maelstrom, but these snakes are kinda tanky, and they take one maelstrom and one explosion from tank. I'm gonna use backtrack and do this again. Three more times basically. I need 14 encounters in total, and it's every reason, so. As you can see, Maelstrom is very convenient for grinding. Not only is it good and deals very high amount of damage, you also save time by not having to manually aim her skills. The only downside that it's kinda expensive SP wise, because it's 300 SP every use. Okay, so one more visit and we're gonna proceed forward. There's a Maelstrom with damage times 2. It's a very nice combo. Okay, so quick menu here. And we're gonna go fight Apollonius again. Don't have anything else to do in this dungeon, so we're just crashing. We're gonna touch the save point as usual. Okay, so strat here is pretty similar to what I already did earlier. I was going to heal Fang every time he gets hit using Harley. And then use spells with both Fang and Tiara. Doesn't have SP for that, yeah, that's true. I guess Serious Face was a good idea. Crystal. My potion, gonna have him try and use a crystal on himself. And he should die right now. That was a decent split. Self and J and PXS. Gonna buy and synthesize the high potions I used because I'm gonna need them for this dungeon. Because for the boss of this dungeon, I'm gonna do basically the same thing I did against the two bosses earlier on the ice game. I'm gonna have Fang be Wave and just guard every turn or heal himself and have Tiara spam my ass from behind. Because the boss is fire element, so Tiara deals extra damage to it, while Fang deals less damage. Also, encounters are bad on this dungeon. An encounter here can potentially kill. So I'm going to try my best to dodge them, but there's a few parts of the dungeon that becomes an absolute pain. Like here. This enemy is right in the way. Okay, turn away. Okay, that was actually very lucky. Those two enemies love to spawn in like the weirdest formation. And they're an absolute pain to deal with. Okay, so that's a good first turn. Because sometimes this boss likes to open with that rectangular AoE that you just saw. And if that hits Tiara, she gets close to one shorter. Because she's weak. Fire. And I'm going to basically do this until it dies. It's gonna take a lot of items, but that's fine. We can just buy more later. Money right now is not an issue. Well, I'm going to try and save some high potions if I can help it. But it's not a big deal if I have to use them. He's spamming his AoE now, that's 3 times in a row. Oh, whoops. I did my input a bit too early, so Tiara healed herself instead of using my monster. Not a big deal anyway. Okay, so two more, this energy shard and energy crystal and one more should do the. Oh wait, why are you focusing here now? Okay, that was weird. I've never seen him attack Tiara before from that far away. So that's interesting, I suppose. The game tries to do this weird stuff all the time to mess up with you. And this is the last time we fight against Apollonius. And the strat is basically the same as earlier, but this time we're gonna use physical skills. Okay, it was a good enough flame assault. So he can now Fair Eyes and activate Serious Face for big damage next turn. Harley still has no skills, by the way, so it's not really useful. We'll invest on her later on because we're gonna use her for the endgame. Because she learns poison. I'm gonna have to rely on poison means by a lot. Okay, he triggered his mid-fight event. So next turn he's most likely going to destroy Fang. Oh, that did a very low amount of damage. Sometimes that attack deals like 4k damage. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm not too sure why. But even when it does one-shot Fang, you just revive it and have him heal himself. Oh, that's a one-shot. Okay, the actual big telegraphed AoE nuke did not do any damage. But some random attack one-shot a Fang. Okay, we need to restock here. Because we have another annoying 1v1 in this part of the game. I need to restock on energy crystals. Okay, another small grind here where we do 4 visits. So let's set up with damage times 2 and all that kind of stuff to delete things with miles. I'm gonna fight this wasp a bit and a fire in this room here. And then we're gonna go out and do the same thing again. 4 times in total. Which doesn't take too long, because enemies die in 1 turn now. Except when Tiara misses the rain. Okay, 2 more and we are done. Oops. Don't kill Fang, please. Okay, that works. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother wasting an item to rush him. He's gonna leave and re-enter. Because as much as I have money, I don't want to waste it on damn things. I don't mind using a lot of items on boss fight. But I don't want to waste too much money in dumb stuff. Okay. Oh, whoops. I need to change the fairies here. Because what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna debuff physical damage for enemies in this dungeon, which includes the boss, of course, to hopefully survive, while increasing magic attack because I'm going to use explosion for the most part. So this fight kinda sucks. And I know I said that about most fights on this run, but they are very rough and they can go south quickly. So here I'm just gonna use my Maelstrom and defend until Tiara gets another turn on Maelstrom again. And here we have Senke. We already have a path. So I'm gonna do a serious phase and I start spamming explosion while healing myself when I need. As you can see, he hurts, even with stacking physical damage debuffs and a physical defense buff plus grinding, and he still does a considerable amount of damage. Oh wow, that's close. And I ran out of Fair Ice early, which is a big problem. Even bigger than it was before. If I win this fight, I'm gonna have to waste all my potions. Okay, can I survive this nuke? Yes. So sometimes when he nukes, he will double turn, which will always kill you. Because you just don't have enough HP. Especially if you are not Fair Ice, you just don't have enough stats or HP in order to defend from a nuke and a regular attack after my screen. Nice crit. But this time Fang was the one that got the crit. For once. Okay, so first try Senke 2 is actually really nice. So I have no major complaints and I'm going to restock all items real quick. As you do in this run. Okay, I'm gonna give some fairies to get EXP with them. Tiara's gonna get her designated fairy, maybe. And here we're gonna fight Ethel again for the last time, then she's going to the party. No, that's enough. I ran into the pole twice. I'm just gonna use Tiara to heal, because she's gonna be bait again, so I don't really care about her. I'll pick up this item and re-entrance. Although I think I don't really need it. I should have bought only up to 28 high potions to benefit as much as possible from that chest while it's working. So Ethel, same fight, same strat. And that should not happen. I think I have the wrong fairies. The damage is not normal. From Ethel and from Fang. But I'm not sure. Let's see if it was just a fluke. Okay, yeah, maybe it was fine. And we just got unlucky. Big burning strike damage there. I'm gonna throw Fang a shard so he can do the same thing but again, or not. Because these two got one shot here. So I'm gonna activate barrier and use a high potion. Yeah. And now we can stall again. Or pulse her down, which also works. Okay, Subterranean Tower, round 2. But we have an actual boss fight here this time. My heartbeat. Okay, I forgot to give. Oh, I used to. Okay, I'm gonna have to level Sigurd for later. Which is not a big deal. But it's just something I have to do to make my life easy. Okay, we're gonna get poison here. Oh, she's low. Oh, she's 2 that weapon point short. That's fine. I can just delay to the end of the dungeon. Let's just invest on Ethel then. We're gonna give her Blaze to level it up. And 1 point on magic attack on Galdo. And that should be good. We're now going to remove Galdo and Harley from the party. And we're gonna go through the dungeon with 3 members. And we have the damage times 2 fairies tapped on the dungeon, so enemies will likely 1 or 2 shot my party members. So if I can help it, I'll avoid all the encounter. But that's not always possible in these dungeons. Oh, that's bad. I somehow escaped, which is nice. I'm just gonna waste the... Actually, I loaned rest item. Should have fixed that. I might have to waste an Archangel Feather or 2, but that's fine. I can buy more Vividum. Well, that was a slow load. The console took a bit to load the enemy, so even when I bumped into him. Okay, so Pippin, we're gonna use 3 party members. We have the damage times 2 fairy, so Pippin is gonna one-shot. For the most part, he's gonna one-shot everyone he attacks. So we're gonna keep them separated so only one person dies each turn. And then we're gonna have Ethel and Fang to do a ton of physical damage. Oh, he survived with 2 HP, that's actually funny. He usually just dies turn 1. I try to push for the kill as hard as I can, because I don't have that many cherubs to revive people. Yeah, I'm out of rest items. Not good, not good. Oh god. Do I want to finish this? I'm just gonna try again. Just in case I can get a better fight this time. Well, probably not. Worst case, I'll go outside for more fragments. I'd rather pass if I can help him. Actually, that's fine. Clear already. Got the stuff she needed. And now we got Pippin back in the party. First fight here, and then after this fight is done, we're gonna go yet again to get more fairies from the Holy Revival. I also need to give Harley poison. I'm gonna do that before I forget on the next match. Okay, I really need poison for the endgame process, so. This game is a rather tanky, as you can see,
New data.
but you can just spam AoE. Because now everyone has an AoE of their own. They are not as good at Miles. Okay, so Kabare. Actually, before that, just gonna do this many. Oh yeah, she doesn't have because she missed some XP. That's not a big deal. Right, so we have a fight. Remember those 3 mini bosses that I fought on the first half of the game in the same dungeon? Well, now we're gonna have to fight them all at the same time. What we're going to do here is we're gonna bring our entire party with damage times 230. And just we're going to try to kill as many of them as we can on the first turn. I got to separate them. Oh yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna die here, but that's fine. Just gonna take the death real quick. It's fine if they miss EXP, but I want some of it, especially with some characters that are behind. Actually, I have to do this, right? Yeah, I'm dumb. Oh well. You're learning. Hello, Dread. 9210. Okay, let's try this again. And now with a proper checkpoint set. Okay, round 2. I keep one shotting Galdo, and that's kinda annoying. Nah, I'm just gonna take this. I can't be asked to try again. Tiara and Harley were the ones that were behind on weapon points. So that should be fine now. There's another boss fight at the end of the dungeon, but it's an unwinnable boss fight. I'm just gonna spam defend. Oh, good thing I touched the save point, because that's a bit. Gonna make my way to the event point real quick before this spawn. Okay, before I forget, I'm gonna sell Ethel's old outfit, because it's for a ton of money. And I'm gonna buy a ton of things. Okay, I'm gonna get some levels on Harley here. I'm gonna remove these 3. I'm gonna push Fang to the backline. And then stab Blaze and go into the landing. Gonna pick that chest just for money. An Ether and almost 300 gold. And I also want to pick up another safety chest on the second area. Because I want to go into Stairway to Heaven with as many items as I can. Oh, that was a low roll for that chest, I think. That chest usually gives more credits if I remember correctly. It's part of the easy difficulty level. Okay, that's the save point. I'll be fighting Mariana again. First fight is unwinnable as usual. We're just going to stall. And then the actual fight starts after a couple of turns. Yeah, so. No range either. I want to get Sagi out of the way as soon as possible. Because I already have enough with one boss. I really don't want to deal with 2 of them. Oof, 100 HP. Yeah, he's not surviving that one, huh?
Let's make this interesting.
With this fireball kill? No, it won't. Unfortunately. It's kinda the problem with this fight. Saki is very annoying. I want to get him out of the way as soon as I can. And once we do, we just kinda split the party, a triangle formation. And then the rest should go well enough. Nice poison miss. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice Fang. Oh, Fang didn't get attacked. That's cool. I was gonna sacrifice Fang to get Sagi out of the way and then revive him. But if Mariana decides to not attack him, then that saves me some trouble. And here we start with poison miss. And Javi has missed 3 in a row. Four. That's kinda the usual in this game. Oh, she landed for 1. So since enemies have so much HP on this difficulty, poison actually does a pretty good amount of that. Almost 8k per tick. Which is fairly good. Okay, she hit the poison again. That's a big 8000 damage every turn. Which is more than the rest of the party hits for. That's how damn it is. Okay, she should like to poison, yeah. Okay, now we're going to the inverted tower, which is literally the same thing as the subterranean tower, and instead of going down, you go up. The layout is basically the same thing, and it's equally as annoying to navigate. I have to stop there because if I dash, the robot, the small beat robot, will have seen me and will have chased me. And I have a decent chance of getting sandwiched between the two enemies. So the boss we're gonna fight at the end of this dungeon. Basically, kinda like 3 copies of Eri. Kinda look like him. They deal a ton of damage, so what we are going to do is we're going to try and kill them before they kill us in like 2 turns. And to do that we're going to spam AoE magic and use Harley as bait for the first turn. Because we don't want them to defend. If they defend, they're gonna take less damage. We're gonna be able to kill them. So yeah, Harley's just gonna have to take the bait for us. Ethel is gonna revive her, meanwhile Tiara's gonna be spamming my ult. So yeah, they're gonna heal her. Ethel revives her. Maelstrom activates Sirius phase. And Harley uses her big ass AoE. She's gonna die again. And now we use the other two. And that should be enough. Yeah. I got them stuck behind the dead bodies of these two. Ultimately were here. Well, that's unfortunate. That's what I get for talking. You can't get them stuck behind the bodies of your allies. And the AI has a hard time going around. As you can see, this strat is big YOLO. But it gets the job done at the end of the day. Okay, that's her sending. So someone asked me to get it. So there you go. I need to buy 15 of these. And I'm going to synthesize more high potion. Been done. Okay, shall we go? We have Paiga next. Paiga loves to use a decently sized AoE that has like a thin rectangle shape. 9. You can do that like 2 or 3 times in a row and will annihilate your body. Yeah, this is the HDNMarathon, but we basically do runs of most Idea Factory and competitive hard games in general. ADF being one of them. Okay, so nice one shot. We're gonna go back to using poison strats. As you do. Oh, he's doing too much damage, that should not be happening. They should be able to at least tank one hit. And they are not. I think I have the damage times 2 fairy up. Yeah, I will kinda explain it. So I'm just gonna die, because I'm not gonna make it through the fight again. Yep. That's not what I should have here. I should have Harpy here. And Blaze. Okay, let's try again. Good thing that this is one of the shortest dungeons in the game. It takes like 15-20 seconds to get from the entrance to the event point. Okay, let's try again, but without getting one shot. Okay, yeah, that's a normal amount of damage. I just need Harley to stop missing and poison him, thank you. Yeah. Pike already has enough HP on Hell mode to take the maximum damage that poison can do in one turn, which is 9999. That's how dumb the scaling is. Basically, none of the other skills we have deal the same amount of damage. Even with Fang has all his buffs and stuff. It's not even close. That's fine. When you revive characters in this fight, they usually take a turn before Faigen. Which you can then use to heal them if needed. Okay, here's the first mid cutscene then. When you trigger a mid-fight cutscene, the enemy will not attack, but will start charging an attack. It's basically a free turn, but on the next turn you're probably gonna have... Oh yeah, that's an... He loves doing those. Ah, she missed the poison. That's unfortunate. That's the rectangular AoE that I mentioned earlier, by the way. Its range is huge. And it one-shots people. So if he pulls 2 or 3 of those in a row, your entire party is going to die. But there's not really much you can do about it. The pray that he does it. And usually he's not nice. So you can imagine how that goes. Oof. That hurts. Oh, he recovered. Damn, that's bad. I was counting on the poison tick to kill him. Oh, never mind, he got poisoned. Oh, there he goes. Was kinda lucky. Okay, so we're going to sell all the decent drops we got throughout the run to get the big money. Because we have to restock. So max of these. Gonna synthesize crystals. I'm actually gonna buy 15 of these. And 5 more ultra potions, I guess. And hopefully make Sherman not be an absolute ass later. Leave, I'm dying. We're gonna get a full revive with Tiara here, which is very useful. Because basically a revive with max HP. It's rather expensive SP wise. That's not really an issue for us. Paralyze, because we're going to use that in the final dungeon. Same thing with Pippin. Give him RP. Okay, so the next boss is basically a big HP sponge. It's not a scary fight for the most part, it just drags on for forever. Because he's already tanky on lower difficulties, and now he has an extra 50% HP and 40% resistance. So we're just going to poison him. He also inflicts a debuff, or besides confusion, which he just hit hardly with. He also inflicts a debuff that doesn't let you Fair Eyes. He also has a very annoying AoE on this.
This might be bad.
Wow, he has hit both of them from max range and he confused both. That's unfortunate. What can you do? Poison strats again. 10,000 damage a turn. For free. Because poison is OP in this difficulty. Counter damage sources are absolute ends. So that's just kinda how late game hell mode goes. You use poison and let the ticks do the damage and then just do cheap damage with the rest of your characters. It's like their damage is not even close to what poison. Oh, he recovered. Poison again. And that this is the cycle that we're going to repeat. Nice. Oh, did he just nuke both? Yeah, he did. Well, full revive. Coming in clutch. Fang somehow managed to get a fair iced explosion, which is not too common in this fight because it tends to inflict that debuff where you can fair ice on basically every turn he has. Oops, I used the wrong thing. It's okay. What's not okay is hardly missing 5 million poisons. That's a bit of a pain, and I need her to actually hit poison. Nice. We are now back to stalling until poison does its thing. Because I'm starting to run out of high potions at this rate. Okay, they should... If he doesn't recover from poison next turn, he should die from... Yeah, he's gonna die from the next trick. I'm just gonna spam defend and let it die. And we now will fight again. And we are now heading into the last dungeon of the game, which is Stairway to Heaven, and it sucks. It has 3 bosses that all suck. So it's time to spend money on items to hopefully not get decimated. Yeah, the last 2 fights of the game are basically RNG. As much as I want to not get meme, the game probably has different plans. Because the last boss has so much HP that it needs like 20 poison ticks to die. And it can do an AoE that one-shots your entire party. So yeah, not fun. So Stairway to Heaven, we have to fight Mariana for the last time, we have to fight Bernard for the second and last time, and he sucks. Then we have to fight Virgo Sherman and finish it. So I'm gonna take a small detour here, I'm gonna get this item, the Chosen One's ring. We're gonna give it to Pippin. Same thing with another armor later on in this dungeon, to make him as tanky as he can, to hopefully allow him to survive a nuke from either Bernard or Sherman. I hate these jumps, by the way. Okay, we're in first try, but I'm gonna have to redo this part again soon. So Mariana, that's fine. She has two phases. One where you have your entire party, and one where you only have Pippin, Harley, and Fang. So I'm gonna get the soldiers out of the way as soon as possible, because I don't want to deal with them. And then try to poison Mariana, which actually worked for once first time. And I'm just gonna try to do damage to push her to her next phase. Mainly using skills with those that are going to leave the party afterwards. I'm going to try to get high HP with Fang, Pippin, and Harley because I need to survive first. So once she gets to half HP, and she gets a turn, an event will trigger. So I'm gonna heal Fang, heal Potion, go for the Geyser Spear, we should get her. I still level half, I'm gonna go for the Flame Assault and clear the cuts. So, Explosion, Thunderstorm this turn. And the idea is the same as the previous Mariana Fire. We just want to get rid of the wards, the cards as soon as we can. Well, in the case of the previous one was Sagi. Basically the same thing. So 13 HP. Lucky. I'm gonna Ferris with everyone to get extra stats. And I need to split them so they don't get AoE constantly. I'm gonna also try to use Paralyze every now and then to make my life easier and don't have to worry specific turn. But I need Harley to land poison to finish this fight in a reasonable amount of time. And she just missed like 3 times in a row. That's fine. She got poisoned. I'll take it. So she should die next turn. Oh, she recovered from poison. That's not good. But thank God I crit. Okay, now I'm getting out of the dungeon to set a checkpoint. I'm going to do my thing again. I'm buying stuff. Max out on useful things. I'll head back in for round 2. So lower difficulties, what we do is that we do the entire dungeon in one go. However, if you die to Bernard and you don't leave the dungeon beforehand, you are going to get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon and you have to fight Mariana twice again. Because there is no save point between Mariana and Bernard for some reason, and I missed the jumps. But yeah, also if Bernard kills me, I'm gonna get sent all the way down here. And it takes like 2 minutes or 3 to get up, all the way back up, to fight him again. God damn it. No, they don't give a save point between the two. Yeah, there's no save point between Mariana 3 and Bernard 2. So you have to leave the dungeon if you want to set a checkpoint. Otherwise, if you die to Bernard, you have to fight Mariana again. Which is a weird design choice if you ask me. But oh well, what can you do? Just have to find a way to work around it. Okay, so Ethel gets Kurama. I get Kyle out of the party and Fang out of the party. I'm gonna move her here. I'm gonna set Pippin leader to make use of his passive. To get extra accuracy. Anything helps really. Because Verna is kind of a main, he only has 2 HP bars, but they are some chunky HP bars. And his AoE is sad. So I'm going to try to poison him and then get him on a loop where he's constantly paralyzed. Okay, Brave Armor for Pippin again. And let's see how this goes. That's an alright turn 1. Yes, you can say that did 0 damage. Which is kinda funny. Well, the poison things do a bunch of damage. And the fang. Yeah, those are regular AoEs by the way, those are not nukes or attacks triggered by cutscenes or anything. That's just his regular attacks. Okay, poison and paralyze. I'm just gonna stall. And let the stars do their thing. Can need everyone on max HP if I want to have a chance to survive this garbage ass nuke. Which is going to start casting on the next turn. Oh, that's not good. He got paralyzed again. Oh, there we go. Okay, how are we going to do this? I'll go. 4, 5. He got 5 turns in a row and then nuked my party. And that's kinda how Bernard goes, you just have to pray that he doesn't do that. But he loves to do that. And we're back at the bottom. Again. So it's time to make our way back up to have another chance of fighting him. If I can beat Bernard, then I have a checkpoint right before fighting Sherman and Vilgot Sherman. But I need to get there first and not get nuked, hopefully. Alright, attempt number 1. Okay. She needs Kurama. Okay, attempt number 2. Against this absolute meme. Nice miss. Nice miss. Oh, that's... Come on, Harley, stop missing, please. I need you to run poison to have a chance of winning this. Thank you. Oh, look at him go. Okay, he didn't one-shot the entire party this time. No, ring. He's paralyzed. Poison. It's basically the loop here. Oh, that's rough. I hate when that happens. See Pippin, due to all the armors and stuff he has. He has a chance of surviving. Okay, he's dead. We take those. Meme fight indeed. Just a regular fun and balanced fight. Okay, I just need to make my way to the next save point without dying. Oh boy. Turn around, please. Thank you. Oh, what? That was close. I don't know how he saw me. But that was scary. Okay, so now we have 2 fights in a row. Sherman and Valgo Sherman.
It's my turn.
Sherman at least takes some damage for something that is not poison. It's not really a difficult boss, he's just super tanky. Because hell no memes. Okay, that's fine.
I expect
Oh, he recovered from both ailments. Dropping a bunch of tunnels in a row. Decided to kill Pippin. Because why not? And he should them. Okay, last fight in the game. Oh boy. I hate this fight. I really do. Okay. Yeah. Meme goes Sherman. So I'm gonna remove Ethel. I'm gonna move all 3 of them to the backline. Invest in defense. Even if it probably does nothing. Just for the placebo effect. And then commit the art of get lucky 5 health. So first 2 fights are unwinnable, he's just gonna go eat your point, which is fine. The third fight is the real one. And dying here doesn't matter because he's gonna one-shot you anyways on the next fight, so... Okay, this is the actual fight, so I'm gonna do the following thing. I'm gonna set a straight line. Using first Harley to poison, then Pippin right behind to heal Harley, and then Tiara right behind in case they both of them get nuked. And that's kinda how this is going to go. Or he can just say AoEs at the start, as he does. Because he lost memes. Can you please stop doing that? Thanks. This is kinda the problem with this fight, right? It's easy to go into a long loop of dodging without doing any meaningful damage. Because you keep missing the poison. Okay, paralysis. At least I have a comfy turn or two. Harley, please, I need you to hit something at some point. Because otherwise we are not winning this. Thank you. Oh, I done goofed. How did I even do that? I have no clue how I made my way into that menu. Alright. He's not being cooperative today. Come on, man. Eat something. Someone. Miss. Miss. Oh, thank God, he eats something. Get them to split them up. Yeah, this is fun. As you can see. Come on, Harley. Thank you, Harley. Yeah. This is a very enjoyable experience.
Very great.
You recover from poison. How did you miss? You almost did the thing. You was really trying. Okay, good. I hate when he does that and he recovers from poison in one turn. It's such a pain. Okay, so far so good. Oh, he recovered turn 1 from poison again. You hate to see it. Oh god, he getting ready to do the thing. Okay, it was a good nuke. It wasn't the bad one. Ooh, bad. No, he did the thing! I hate when he does that. He does that every time. He has pulls out an AoE that his entire battlefield and one-shots your entire team.
Here I come. My life.
Because fair and balanced gameplay and all that stuff. I think I have time for like 2 more attempts before I go next team. I was so close to the end as well. I thought I was gonna make it for a second. I guess the game had opened.
I expect.
Okay, attempt number 2.
Show me what you got. Plan for victory. This might be bad.
Okay, let's try the same thing again.
Show me what you got. I'm alright. New data.
Yeah, so it's-
I'm alright. Here we go.
I don't know why he's targeting Tiara.
New data. Here we go. New data.
And my straight line strats already got ruined.
Dangerous. I'm ready. Here we go. This might be bad. My turn.
I'm going to do this.
New data. New data. My turn. I'm alright. Here we go. Here we go. My turn. Here we go. I'm ready. My turn. New data. I'm ready. Here we go. New data. My turn.
I misclicked.
I'm ready. Here we go. My turn.
Of course he does that. A max range AoE. Yeah, welcome to 2 hours of memes, version 2.
Show me what you got.
Here I come.
I'll do my best.
My light.
Here we go.
Fading.
New data.
Here I come.
Here we go. My turn.
What should I do?
My turn. New data. Here we go. My turn. Here we go. My turn. I'll do my best.
I already got the requirements for rating sending. Like I have to actually beat the game,
My turn.
and the game is not copywriting for that to happen.
Here I come.
Here we go. New data. My turn.
My turn.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on, stop missing, man.
Here we go. My turn. My turn. New data.
This is not how it was. What should I do?
Here we go. Only a flesh wound. I'll do my best. Here we go. Only a flesh wound.
This is not fine, man.
Don't let your guard down. I'm ready. New data. Let's go, Chewie. My turn. I'm all ready. Don't let your guard down. Only a flesh wound. Here we go. This looks dangerous. I'm all right.
Miss.
Right. New data. Here we go.
Miss.
I'm ready. This looks dangerous. My turn.
Miss.
My turn.
And so it goes.
I'm ready.
Miss. Miss. Nook.
New data. I'm here. Only a flesh wound. This looks dangerous. My turn. Here we go.
Miss. Again.
Data.
Harley, please.
Here we go.
I'm not asking you for much.
Here we go.
That's like 6 misses in a row or something.
New data.
7.
I'm ready. Here we go. Here we go.
8. Nook.
My turn. New data. I'm here. Here we go. This looks dangerous.
AoE.
My turn. I'm ready.
Nook again.
This might be bad. My turn.
Miss.
My turn.
No one hits anything for some real reason I don't really understand. I'm gonna get AoE and die here.
This looks dangerous. Here we go. New data. My turn. Ready to see my true power.
We should that's like the usual thing in this category.
My turn.
Miss, that's like 10 I think?
I'm ready.
11.
Here we go. I'm ready.
12 misses.
Here we go. New data. I'm ready.
Oh, finally. Progress.
Harley is actually hitting.
My turn.
Yeah, after like 13 tries. Yeah, she actually hit one.
Congrats.
We are now like a tenth of the way into the fight. And she missed again.
I'm ready. New data. Here we go. My turn. My turn. My turn. I'm ready. Here we go.
Yes.
New data. Impossible.
Dead.
Here we go. My turn.
No.
I'm ready. My turn.
Come on! Hit something, Harley, please.
No.
Oh, and I hit for once and he recovered in one turn, because of course he died. This game gives me pain.
This does look like a painful strat.
Yep. And he also just recovered from poisoning. Yeah. Why is the game like this? Fucking hell. Stop nuking. Me.
Miss. Miss. Miss.
I'm straight up not having a good time here. Miss. Paralyzed. At least one of them is hitting something. Sometimes. I ran out of ultra potions though. Yeah, that's right. Oh boy, here we go. First nuke. Is everyone going to die? Find out next time on this meme video game. Only TR. That works. Miss. Oh. She hit the thing. Pippin hit the thing. I'm already going overestimate. How did you miss from behind? You have extra accuracy and you have Pippin as a leader with his passive. Oh boy, nuke number 2. What he gonna do?
Nuke number 2.
Okay, he killed Harley. That's actually not bad. Missing poison is oh that was
Oh.
very scary. Okay, nice. Harley. And I'm
What is
inside
hit?
here.
Harley, don't hurt me no more.
Voice. Hold on. He coming. Please. Please.
Oh no.
I know! Hit! You absolute. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. We got it. Oh, that was horrible.
Oh my god. It's over.
Oh man. That nuke at the end, when he almost hit everyone, got me so scared. Oh man, this could take.
I've always felt trapped by my bloodline.
Okay, he's heading sending for Hex. There you go.
Aaron's
I
staring.
was I was 4 minutes overestimate. And not much I could do, but the game decided to meet me. I lost 15 minutes on the last split. Oh well. Hopefully the run was still somewhat enjoyable to watch with all those memes happening.
It was
But
memes
yeah,
indeed.
hope you guys are enjoying the marathon.
Thank you, Aaron.
Up next we
Yes.
have Trillion by Dark Lunar Dude. So yeah, good luck to him. And thanks for watching the run.
Okay, let's do this then.